Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to go over my January numbers with you. I haven't done any weekly recaps and, went over anything in forever. I will start doing the weekly recaps again on a regular basis. Obviously, I didn't do anything in January, so just kind of wanted to go over these numbers. And the reason I wanted to go over these is just, to give you an idea. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm in a good situation with a really good carrier, and I feel as though I know how to do this job, make it work for me. It's not like I'm just better than somebody, but I do this. I know how to make this work. I know how to get the most out of this. I'm willing. Let's just say I'm willing to put into it what I need to put into it to get out of it what I'm getting out of it. So these numbers are not going to apply to everybody that comes into this industry. Like, you're not likely to come out from doing whatever you're doing before, get into expediting, and you're going to be able to pull these type of numbers. It takes a combination of you doing everything right and being with the right carrier that's got a good dispatch and a good customer base, which is what I'm with at the moment. So keep that in mind. Do not think that these numbers have got to do with it's going to be what you're going to do. There's a side of me that don't even want to do it because I don't want people seeing it and thinking like, "Ooh, damn, that's what he's doing," and I'm going to get out there and do the same thing. And I also, there's also probably going to be some people that's going to bitch or hate, like, "Oh no, you ain't doing that," or "That ain't shit," whatever. This is what it is. So take that for what that is. So any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. So I'm going to get to it. All right, for the month of January, I had 9,843 loaded miles. I had 1,190 deadhead miles. My deadhead miles ended up being 11%. My gross revenue for the month was $10,113.50. My net after all expenses was $6,720. I had 13 loads. I was out of service for 7 days of the month. The average length of my load was 757 miles. I had an average deadhead length of 91 miles. My expenses include van wash, $26. Gas for the month, $1,646.49. Maintenance and repairs, $74.93. Hotel stay, $106.32. Tolls, $57.11. Insurance cost, all insurances, that's cargo, liability, and personal, $532.44. And my van payment of $900, for a total of $3,343.29, all operating costs. Now, some of you might be saying, well, what about food? What about these other things? Little miscellaneous bullshit. Did my laundry at home. Made it home to do laundry. Food. I don't take out food. We get a per diem for it, but I don't take out food just because, if I was working a 40-hour-a-week job, I'm not going to, when I look at my check, like, oh, well, I got to take out my grocery bill for the month out of that check. So it's kind of the same thing. There's a difference between tax deductions and true operating costs. I'm going by true operating costs. Additional 1,602 miles on relocating miles. Now, some may say deadhead and relocating, they're going to combine those together because you are moving without freight. I discern between the two because deadhead is what I have to go to pick up the freight once I'm called for the load. Relocate is what I'm willing to do to go position myself to get in line for the next load. So that's why I separate the two. Now, I still keep track of the two together as far as my overall expenses. Like, that's going to go into my fuel costs. That's going to go in, obviously, it's repairs and maintenance are involved in there, so that's still going to be applied to my overall costs, but I don't apply it to my deadhead miles and to where I'm, that part of it. Now, with that being said, with all my miles and my expenses, my cost per mile is roughly 27 cents per mile is my cost per mile. The average rate per mile for loaded and deadhead, again, that's not loaded, deadhead, and relocate, just my loaded and deadhead that's called on that load, is my average is 91.6 cents per mile on loaded and deadhead combined. My loaded only average was $1.04. I don't have it written down here, but I believe it was $1.04 per mile on loaded only. And then with locate, every single mile that I put in out here, I believe that came up to 83 cents or 82 cents per mile. So that's my month of January totals. As I said, from here on out, I'll start doing a weekly recap and update of what I'm doing now. Now let me say all this again. I'm going to reiterate. You got to put in what is necessary to be put in to get the freight, to get the loads, to put the miles in order to make this. This is not your typical income for an expediter, especially if you're working for a fleet owner. I'm an owner-operator. I own this van, so I get all of the money that's paid to the van. Whereas if you drive for an owner, you're going to do a 60-40 split of what the van is making. So please, everybody, take that information. I know some of you are probably like, man, why does he keep repeating that shit? But there's some people out there that just don't want to listen, and I'm just trying to keep it tight on this, man. I don't want any of you to unreasonably jump into this thinking that this is a gold mine or this is anything great and get out here and find out it's not what you thought it was. I'm only giving you my numbers. People are always asking, so this is what I'm getting. Full disclosure on this. For whatever it takes, I mean, as far as whatever I receive because of this, if it ends up being too much bullshit or whatnot, then, I won't do these no more, but I'm just trying to share these to just give some information, man. Like, you can come out here if you're willing to put in the right work and have the right mentality and get with the right carrier with a good dispatch, it can work. So that kind of plays a part in everything. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next video, guys.